It was a calm atmosphere at the FCT High Court in Maitama, Abuja, as personnel of the Department of State Services positioned themselves ahead of the planned arraignment of the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele. As journalists waited outside the courtroom to capture the arrival of Mr. Emefiele, he walks briskly into the court from one of the adjoining offices around the court, but the arraignment was, however, stalled owing to the absence of the second defendant, Sa'adatu Yaro. Counsel to the federal government, Mr. Mohammed Abubakar, while applying for a new date for the arraignment, informed the court that Mrs. Yaro took ill in the morning and is unable to make it to the court. The application for adjournment was not opposed by Mr. Emefiele's counsel, Akinlolu Kehinde SAN. After the adjournment, lawyers and security agents shield Mr. Emefiele from the prying cameras of journalists in court.
Right now, you go for press conference very soon. You see yourself.
Let's go and talk outside.
Probably to further ensure the TV cameras are unable to capture Mr. Emefiele, the lights in the courtroom suddenly go off. Outside the courtroom, counsel to Mr. Emefiele berates the federal government for stalling the arraignment.
The matter was meant for arraignment this morning, but two things played out, which clearly showed that the complainant itself was not ready for the arraignment. The second defendant was not made available. The second defendant was not in court. And it is right that all the defendants in a charge must be present to take their plea. And consequently, the complainant on its own requested for an adjournment for the arraignment to be done at a later date.
Lawyers in defense of democracy and human rights on their part decry the planned arraignment of Mr. Emefiele.
The DSS was formed to look at internal security, to handle matters that borders on internal security, terrorism. We expected that the charges will reflect terrorism count charges. Unfortunately, or surprisingly, what we saw was matters bordering on procurement, that he gave contract for the award of land cruisers. Gentlemen, this is a charade.
The suspended governor of the central bank will be arraigned alongside Sa'adatu Yaro and her company April 1616 Investment Limited on a 20-count charge of procurement fraud, conspiracy, and conferring corrupt advantages on his associates to the tune of 6.9 billion naira.